Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about updates on Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton following the Dutch Grand Prix. If you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Lando Norris, and there may have just been a massively defining moment in this title fight between Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. Now in Zandvoort, this was Oscar Piastri's race to win. You know, he got pole position, he led off the line and was in total control throughout the Grand Prix. Norris did look fast behind him, but wasn't close enough to ever get past really. So yeah, this was Piastri's race to win. He did win the Grand Prix, but Norris should have finished in P2. But that did not happen, with Norris suffering a car failure towards the end of the Grand Prix. Now this was quite a shock to see. Usually the McLarens are very good when it comes to reliability, and as I say, it was a bit of a shock to see Norris retire. I mean, we heard him say over the radio that he smelt smoke, and then the camera cut to smoke coming out of the back of Norris's car, and yeah, just a few corners later he pulled over to the side of the track and was out. So yeah, McLaren did not get a 1-2. And speaking about McLaren's day, McLaren team principal Andrea Stella said, as quoted by Sky F1, "I think today we experienced the two sides of motorsport. On one side, we have the joy, the satisfaction of another victory for McLaren, a deserved victory for Oscar. He ran a very strong and clean weekend. And on the opposite side, we have the disappointment and the pain for our retirement. Lando was in contention to try and win the race. It was certainly P1, P2 possible today for McLaren. We had the joy and the pain at the same time. This is motor racing." And when asked what caused the retirement, Stella went on to say, "We don't know yet. It would be unfair to speculate whether it's a chassis problem or an engine problem. We're one team, we go together. There's no difference in terms of where the responsibility lies. We will review, we will see where the problem is, we'll fix it, and we'll go again." So yeah, there'll definitely be an investigation into what caused that retirement for Lando. And in this case, I do feel sorry for Norris. I want to see this title fight fought out on track. I don't want to see it decided by reliability. And because of that DNF, Oscar Piastri now has a 34-point lead in the championship, and this puts him in total control of the season now. I think that's going to be such a hard gap to close for Lando, because we know how consistent Oscar is. The only thing I think that would see Lando get back up to be in a fight with Oscar is if Oscar has one really bad race or DNFs from a race. We'll see what happens, but yeah, Oscar is such a consistent driver, and I think it's going to be tough for Lando from here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But let's move on to Lewis Hamilton, who's not had a good day in Zandvoort, with him crashing out of the Dutch Grand Prix. Basically, Hamilton was running in 7th place when he crashed into the wall at the bank turn 3 on lap 24 of the race. Now, rain was falling slightly, which made this section of the track a bit slippery, and yeah, it just looked like Hamilton got caught out, lost rear end, and went into the wall. And speaking about what happened in the media pen, Hamilton said, as quoted by The Independent, "I'm not really sure what happened. We'll have to look back at it. As I went up the bank, the rear snapped out and I couldn't recover it. The car was a bit twitchy, but I think we made real progress this weekend. My pace was looking pretty decent. I was catching George Russell, but so unusual not to finish a race. It's definitely not great, but it is what it is." So yeah, a difficult Sunday for Hamilton, and to make it worse, he was called to the stewards following the Grand Prix. Basically, he was placed under investigation for potentially failing to respect yellow flags during his laps to the grid, with this being looked at following the Grand Prix. Now, if Hamilton does get a sporting penalty for this incident, say a time penalty, this can't be served in Zandvoort, and that's because he did not finish the Grand Prix. So if there is a sporting penalty, it could potentially carry over into the next race in Monza, and it could potentially see Hamilton get a grid drop for the Grand Prix. Now, before I end the video, I just want to mention Isaac Hadjar because he put in an amazing performance in Zandvoort, finishing on the podium throughout the Grand Prix. He was running a very solid P4. Drivers like George Russell, Charles Leclerc, they could not overtake him. He was holding his own. He was doing very, very well. And with Norris DNFing, yeah, he takes P3. So well done to Hadjar. A really good effort from him. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos. And until the next one, take care. Bye.